gonna win the world, team.
Edwards. They are advancing to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years.
Oh, it's on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, baby.
Welcome to Wolves After Dark, everyone. I'm back. We've got another giveaway possibly today. This one, there has to be 50 likes on the stream. We're going to keep doing this as we get closer to the meetup, which is happening on the 1st of February, which it sounds like it's going to happen around Target Center before the game. But anyways, like the stream, subscribe to the stream. Timberwolves win against the Magic in very easy fashion. I mean, I don't want to say easy because it's never easy, but like Jim Pete was saying, it's a worksman game. I mean, that was like pretty good. Was it wire to wire, or did they must have had a lead at some point? But either way, the Timberwolves are only 1.5 games back of the 4 seed right now. So as bad as it's been at times, we've gone streaks both ways. We've won 3, lost 3, won 3, whatever. You know, we've gone back and forth. Seems okay. Catching up on comments. This was during the game, but still valid, maybe. Thievely? I've seen your name. I don't know how to pronounce that. Whatever. 420. Overplaying McDaniels and Nas going to kill this team. Interesting. I hate watching McDaniels. Finch is a bad coach. As I said, 50 likes and we'll do another ticket giveaway. We already did 3 the last time. Okay, yeah, didn't mean to post that one. Sorry. 3 straight. The adjustment might not be the ultimate key, but it's been positive. Yeah, so the adjustment to have Dante come off the bench and be in the starting lineup now seems to be a positive. So I like it. And Mike's been playing really well off the bench. Somebody in the Discord, shout out the Discord, was saying we should maybe have 6th man of the year Mike Conley. He has been good. He has been really good. And what did he end up tonight? I mean, he had a decent, I feel like he's got a decent box score. Maybe I'm just remembering like 3 plays in a row, but yeah, he had 9 points. 9 points in 23 minutes. That's okay. I mean, he sometimes will get 9 points in like the 35 that we played him. So if he can do that, that's good. Hello, Mark. Hello, Charlie Barley. Dope hat. I appreciate it. The Zubas Vikings playing in Arizona, our second home this weekend. Or is it Arizona? Yeah. Joker Nation, nice dub. Marcus, welcome back. Ant had a bad shooting game because he was lazy. You can just see it. Yeah, what was his shooting numbers? He started really well. Oh my gosh, it was 5 of 19. He started 3 of 3 from 3, and then since then, after that, went 1 of 15, 16 or something like that. Yikes. And that one was a dunk. Well, no, a 2. He went 2 for something. But yeah, that's I didn't notice that. Just because we were up the whole time. I guess he I just thought of the first 3 threes and that was it. Even the dunk was lazy. He didn't really try his hardest. I thought the dunk was okay. Some people on Twitter were going crazy saying it was as good as like the John Collins dunk. And I'm like, okay, that's, you guys call me for tierflation. That's tierflation. That's crazy. But I left a post-game analysis to come over here. I love it, Butterfly. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Holding another team to sub 90. True. I didn't think about that either. That's amazing. We did start. I mean, everything's ahead of schedule today. The show started early. The game started early. And we won. Love it. We are fine. Yes, exactly. Dub. Welcome back, Soaring. 2 words are starting to look like last year's version. J Maxima 72. He is. I love it. And it also, you know, I hate to say this because we're kind of in a gel right now. But it's like, man, I just want to see Nas in the starting lineup. I just want to see Nas. Is that too much to ask? Yes, it is, because it's not going to happen. Also, to go back to Butterfly and what we were talking about earlier, yes, we are fine. Also, think about this. Our last losing streak was against the Thunder and the Celtics and another team I can't remember. But again, we're playing really good teams. Everybody's going through difficult schedules right now. I mean, like, the Thunder are playing a bunch of good teams right now. The Celtics are playing a bunch of good teams right now. It's pretty crazy. Are Pistons did the Pistons lose or are they losing? Oh, it's close. 3-point game with 4 seconds. Nick Anderson, the game is over and it's only 8:30. I know this is kind of nice. I don't like it starting so early because I'm like technically still doing my other job during the game, but I mean, I'm watching the Wolves. Like, let's be honest here. Trivia: Zubas are hometown Minneapolis invented. I did not know that. I just assumed a bunch of people in Minnesota wore them. But I need the pants. I need some Zubas pants because that's the thing everybody thinks about, not the hat. So long time no see, Tycoon. When Ant dunked, Black was trying to get out of. He was. I know. I didn't realize that until I saw the picture after, and he's like hightailing it out of there. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, the arena was just not into it. It's not before the game. I don't know if you guys saw this. The hype video that they were doing, and the music was just like nauseating, and it was like I was getting goosebumps because I was cringing so bad. But yeah, Ashwin, are you new to the stream? You're new. I haven't seen your name around here. 5 gifted, and you haven't even seen us before. Thanks, Ashwin. Catching up. W Ashwin. W soaring. That one fan's reaction. Yeah, there was a couple fans right behind the baseline that were really going crazy. W Ashwin, Ashwin, Detroit. I'm done defending Finch. Nick Anderson says, yeah, I mean, the weirdness of like not playing the bench until way, way late. I mean, we were pretty confidently leading in that fourth. I guess there was like a little awkward spurt where the Magic kind of went on a run at like 4 minutes and got a little closer, I think. Let me look at the game flow actually. Is that true? Or am I just making that up and defending Finch unknowingly? Yeah, I mean, they got a little closer with 4 minutes to go or something, but really we were still up by over 15. I guess, you never want to be too risky in those situations, especially in a game where you have been winning so well, but yeah, we just need to see more guys. As we were mentioning in the Discord, again, shout out the Discord. Like, what's the point of having Luka Garza, Leonard Miller, Clark, Minot, and even Ingles, even though he didn't play tonight? What's the point of having them? They do nothing. They never contribute. I guess for injury, but they're clearly not good enough to ever come in at any other time, even when we're not playing well. So it's like, I get that they're your end of the bench guys. So it's like, they're not meant to be playing 30 minutes a game or 20 minutes a game even. But like my not being the only one that's getting any amount of run is like, I don't know. Leonard Miller is just still struggling. I mean, he just can't make a shot in the real NBA. He can make every shot in the G League. Luka seems to be one that could translate though. And early on, it felt like we could use Luka tonight because he's a little bit of a rebound. Well, he can rebound. He's kind of gritty. And it felt like we needed rebounds because the Magic were missing everything early. What did they shoot tonight? Yeah, they shot 38%, 25% from 3, and they, I think, are the worst 3-point shooting team or something like that. Holy cow. Yeah, it was not good. We shot 40% and 35 from 3, so it wasn't that much better, but, what was the rebounding? Look at that. Rebounding battle, is there anything that really stands out? They had only 5 more rebounds than us. We had more steals. They had 7 more blocks than us. They had 10-3. They had more turnovers, which was nice. We only had 8 turnovers tonight. That's an improvement. We're typically getting up in that like teens range. So I'll take that. I'm in college in Florida soaring. So I had to watch the Magic broadcast. Yeah, no, actually, I think the Magic they have always been good. I agree. Shout out to the Magic. Also, I like the Magic. I have no problem with the Magic. So if you're a Magic fan watching this, you're welcome here. But yeah, no. I'm rooting for the Magic too. Like even last year, I was rooting for them late because they got a bunch of fun players. They've got Suggs who didn't play tonight, who I mistakenly miss whatever in the Discord. But Cole Anthony has been a Timberwolves killer usually. Tonight was a little different. They've got the Wagner twins. You got a good team. And Paolo's coming back tomorrow. Thankfully, he did not come back tonight. Oh my goodness. Seriously. But let me catch up here. No, their hype for the game thing is terrible. Thank you, Marcus. I was so uncomfortable watching that on League Pass. That was so bad. But yeah. we have such a good bench to just sideline them. They'll never be warm or develop exactly, and that's the other thing. Like Dillingham's hurt right now, so he can't play. But just feels like there's moments where you could inject a little bit of Dillingham or Terrence Shannon, who is also in the G League right now, and it's just like I get that a couple of the minutes that we've seen of them haven't necessarily been like, oh yeah, this guy can contribute right now. But that's the point. You have to play them a little bit and get them comfortable. You just have to. But Joker Nation, exactly. We're never playing our young players. Yeah, it's like I get not playing them a ton, but like you're telling me we can't give Minot level minutes, which sometimes is only 4 minutes. Like I don't know. That seems like something we could probably do. But yeah. Oh man, what else? Yeah, 8 turnovers is beautiful. I love that. Um, yeah, don't bring it up, Butterfly. Don't bring it up. Cole Anthony, he does. It's crazy. Well, let's just jump into the tier list again. I know not a ton of people. I don't think a ton of people watched tonight's game. The Discord was a little quiet in the beginning of the game, and it got busy after the normal time when games usually start. But I have a feeling there weren't a ton of people watching this game tonight. So we're gonna fly through the tier list somewhat. But if we do get to 50 likes on the stream, we will do a ticket giveaway, and we're gonna keep doing that every game now. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be a thing for the meetup specifically for a while, and then eventually we'll just do it for regular games too. So because I want to get as many of you to the meetup as possible. It's going to be fun. I still don't know exactly where we're going to go. In my head, I've kept thinking Tom's Watch Bar because Tom's Watch Bar is super close to the arena. Well, semi-close. And they have really good chicken. Shout out to my aunt for putting me on to it's like pickle brine chicken or something like that. Oh my gosh. I have to go back there. I have to. Even if it's not for the meetup, I have to go there. But yeah. Anyways, A1, unforgettably good game. I don't think anybody was A1 tonight. Glenn Taylor, unforgettably bad game. Meh, didn't really notice you. Old, dynamic, it moves up and down. Everything else in between. Cash is a good shooting performance. I've been considering getting rid of B. Honestly, I've been considering merging A and B into like decent or something. Or like, I don't know. Some word similar to decent. Something like that. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I just want to have less tiers. Also, I've considered getting rid of D'Lo, but D'Lo's kind of fun too. So we'll cross that bridge another time. But for now, we're sticking with this. For tonight, we're sticking with that. Yeah, I know. It's pretty good. Honestly, if I had to be really critical, okay, Tom's Watch Bar, if you're watching this, it needs to be more pickly, even. I want more pickle. Because it's like a pretty mild pickle flavor. And I'm down to have like crazy picklage. So hopefully that's a word. Hopefully I did not just say something crazy off of Urban Dictionary because that kind of sounds crazy. But Charlie Barley still holding up on Jalen Clark. Yeah, I am too. I think he could be interesting. I don't know though, because it's like you need to have some amount of a shot, and we need a playmaker as a point guard. So maybe he could be like a backup point guard for us, or I don't know. But I'm not necessarily like a crazy pick. I wouldn't call myself a pickle person, but I've just like over the past like 5 years or so started getting a lot more chicken sandwiches places. And they'll typically have like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, all the places they have like chicken and pickles, and that's pretty much all that's on the sandwich. And it's really changed my opinion. Now I put pickles on almost like everything, burgers, and well, everything is in chicken sandwiches and burgers. So two things, everything. But yeah, I do like pickles. Crazy picklage is nuts. Oh, I don't think I can do a pickle juice shot when you're hungover. Does that help though? I don't know. Sammy, Orlando has young athletic wings. Orlando is a team that's built off defense, and they have a great defense. Yeah. I mean, well, we didn't score that many points tonight either, and our shot percentage was not good. So yeah, shout out to them. I'm excited to see them get fully healthy again because I think that'll be really good for them. But Is it good? I'm gonna have to try this. I have pickles, I think, in the fridge right now. Could just drink out of there. Pickles should be on every sandwich. I think you might be right. I have never tried sauerkraut, but I feel like I should if I like pickles. But you're late. That's okay. That's okay. You didn't miss much. We're just talking about pickles and picklage, if that's a word. Um, Interesting. Okay, we're learning a lot. It probably is a placebo effect, maybe when for being hungover, maybe. But yeah, sauerkraut can go to hell. Oh my gosh, we got to do a food tier list instead of a player tier list tonight. I see. Um, we have drifted indeed. Thank you, Charlie Barley, for getting me back on. I'm getting distracted by pickles. Um, okay, let's actually start with Luka Garza. We were just talking about him. 3 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 2. I wanted to see him more tonight. Wait, is he on here? Yes. I think this is I'm gonna give it a B. I don't want to give tierflation. I'm not gonna give a meh because he pretty good for the 2 minutes or 3 minutes he was out there. But I also don't want to go crazy and say he was an A. In my heart, he's always an A. But tonight it was fine. I mean, he was 2 of 2, but that was also junk time, garbage time. So what does it matter? But we'll give him a B. We'll go quickly through these guys that barely played. Leonard Miller, is he even on here? He is not on here. Unless I'm just blind. No. Leonard is probably, I don't know. I feel like I'm being mean to Leonard Miller or something, but like how different is G League versus garbage time minutes in the NBA? I feel like he should be able to make shots. I get that he's just sitting there cold though. So maybe that's the problem. But um yeah, it's amazing how it just does not translate at all, the shot making, because he makes shots in the G League. But he just can't. So he would probably be a D-Lo for me. Maybe a Wancho. Maybe I'm hating too much. His shot does look better. His does look better, but still. Jalen Clark, is he on here? No. You know what? We don't even have to grade him. Jalen Clark, he was probably a meh. I didn't really notice him out there, honestly. And that's it for the garbage time minutes. Although Nickeil Alexander-Walker technically played, so I guess we could put him there. I feel like this was kind of a meh game for Nickeil. I feel like through the seasons that we've had him, he goes through waves of being a really efficient offensive player, a really efficient defensive player, or a really effective defensive player, and then sometimes both, and sometimes none. And I feel like he's going to sometimes none. Sometimes none of those things. He's still a good defender, and he can still get to the rim a little bit, but it just doesn't. It looks like he's forcing it a little bit. I'm just going to give him a meh. I think it's meh game for now is fair. Yeah, I think that's what it has to be. Minot. Let's go to Josh next. I know that wasn't order in minutes. I don't know. My brain got off on a tangent. Still thinking about pickles. Josh Minot. He played almost 8 minutes tonight. He shot 2 times and they didn't go in. Did have 3 turnovers in the 7 minutes that he played. So he averaged a turnover every 2 minutes. Yeah, not a great look for Josh tonight, but as Jim Pete said on the broadcast, if you were lucky enough to see the Timberwolves broadcast, although again, Magic broadcast is fine. He needs this time though. Just like the other players that we're talking about, they need the time to develop and to get some bad shots up to build some confidence. Not necessarily bad shots, but have some bad misses maybe to build up confidence. So I think for Josh tonight, though, I don't know that I really want to take him down too far because again, this is kind of based off of expectations coming in. Yeah, I think it's a meh. I agree with you guys. Meh as well. Cool. Joker Nation Nick just said he loves Joker Nation. Bench Randall, start Nas, have Garza as the backup. I want to see this, but honestly, we shouldn't be talking about trades when we're winning like this. But I want to see that lineup and I want to trade Julius for something else. I just think that we have the proper bigs that we need. I know that Luka's not going to be he's not going to be even as good as Randall, maybe offensive. I mean, maybe he can shoot some threes. He can really get kind of rough down there in the paint too. So I don't know. I'd be interested, but just I guess that's a conversation for a different day when we go on our next losing streak, which is probably soon. Yeah. Anyways, why not C or C? Meh. Scratch that. Redact that. I didn't say C. Okay. Next, let's get to that comment though. Nas Reed played 23 minutes. He was 5 of 9 shooting, 2 of 4 from 3. Did get to the line a little bit. He was 4 of 6. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. He's getting a block almost every game now. It was plus 14. I mean, a lot of players were plus. We won the whole game basically. So I didn't check. Was it a wire-to-wire victory? It was not, because the Magic scored. They went up a little bit when it was like 7-4 or something like that. Anyways, Nas Reed. Let's see what the grades are. Jaden is not deal. Did I put him in deal? No. Well, we haven't gotten to him yet. I see. Okay. Joker Nation says A. Marcus says A. Nas Reed, A, and a salute. ML says A. For my Wad Squad brother, I retract. T. Kubler's here. Welcome back, T. Kubler. Maybe you've always been here. I mean, you've always been here, but Nas Reed, A. I think that's exactly what I would have put him. A is correct. Yeah. I mean, this is I love seeing this version of Nas. If we have this consistently, we seriously have to have some conversations about having him start. I guess unless we're winning. If we're just winning and Randall's still our starter, I guess YOLO, just let it ride. But it does feel like I mean, if you're thinking about team construction going forward, do you want to commit your roster to Ant and Julius or Ant and Nas? You know, I think the answer is pretty clear. It's like, it's nuts. Yeah, and Soaring, this is what I'm saying. We're only a spot and a half behind the home playoff game, not even just the playoffs. Now, given there's a lot of teams in between us, because we're like 8 or 9 or something like that. We're not like the 5 or 6 seed, but I mean, we're right there. So if we can just stay like this for a while, yeah, where are we? So we're 7th now. We bumped up to 7th. And yeah, we're a game and a half behind the Nuggets in the 4th seed. So I mean, that's what you want. You want to get up there. You just want to be in the top 6. If you're in the top 6, I think you're good. Then you really just ride it out probably. If you're top 6, whatever. But Daniel Berry Sports, welcome back. Welcome in. And seriously, Charlie Barley, oh man, how fun would it be to have another playoff game in Minnesota? Well, we're going to have a playoff game in Minnesota if we go there. But Capo, exactly. This has been my goal from the beginning of the season. I knew that we were not going to be a top 4 seed this year. I mean, I guess it's still possible. We're only a game and a half behind. But really just be top 6, because once we get to the playoffs, we know that we can play well. We stole 2 games in Denver for the second round of the playoffs. So I don't know. I'm not too concerned about home court advantage necessarily, but it would be fun. We beat Memphis. We're 4-0 this week. Yeah, and they have Ja coming back. So if we beat Memphis, that's seriously impressive. And then we're probably in the top 6 then. So yeah. Yeah, Target Center in the playoffs, it was only fun really during the Phoenix series. That was fun. I was there. But that was about it. So anyways, back to the tier list. I'm getting distracted. Who are we on? We did Nas Reed. He's an A. Everybody get your grades in for Mike Conley. I already mentioned his stats a little bit earlier, but he was 3 of 7 in 23 minutes. He had 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, team high, plus 23. It seems to just be working. It just seems to be working to have him come off the bench. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like he's motivated to do better because he was demoted or something, or if it's just that he's getting the space that he needs to operate and he's not getting as much competition, to score. Cause like when he's out there with Ant and Julius, it's like a little tricky, but when he's out there with just Nas or just Ant, it works a little bit better. But yeah, I think this is a really good game. Ja is playing tomorrow. I think do they play a back-to-back? That's amazing. Do they play tomorrow or did he play tonight? Maybe they don't play tomorrow. He's coming back though. I heard that he's coming back. Maybe he came back tonight. Did he come back tonight? Am I stupid? Um, he did come back tonight. So maybe he'll need a rest day on Saturday. Anyways, B, Minnesota Mike is a solid B. He did well. B gets a B. Everybody's on the same page. Bite, bench mob. Yep. Tear flating. What did you say? Sorry. Oh, you said A. Yeah. Everybody else is saying B. And I think I'm probably with chat. I think it's a B. Nothing overly great, but it's just nice to see him. And I think Soaring, what you're witnessing is it's seeming comfortable when Mike is out there, and it feels better when Mike is out there. So to all of us that have been kind of like down on Mike's performances this year, this feels great. And it's just all he had was 9 points. So it's like, it just feels good. So like to have Mike out there. You like to have Mike be somewhat valuable to you in some way, because on the starting lineup, he just wasn't that. To the starting lineup, though, Dante DiVincenzo. Everybody get your grades in for Dante DiVincenzo. 4 of 10 from the field. All 4 makes were from 3. He was 4 of 7 from 3. Had 12 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. Only 2 rebounds for him tonight. He was technically a -1 tonight, or -1 tonight. But yeah, Dante's night, I think it was solid. This is what I mean, I asked for this from the beginning. When he was struggling early in the season, I was like, can we just have like 3 or 4 threes a night from you? And I feel like that would be a win. And we're getting that almost consistently. Like, what are his last couple games here? I feel like he's been pretty consistently getting, that 3 to 4 threes a game. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't show made. That's annoying. But like his last couple games, 12 points, 10 points, 15 points, only 5, 12, 10, 26, 22. I mean, like that's fantastic. Like I'll take that. So yeah, I like it. But I also I think it's not like that crazy. And everybody is in between some things. Okay. I think one thing that DDV does that helps Ant, that Mike is not doing enough, is just putting up the shots, even if he misses, is drawing more attention. Yes. And I think that Dante is just a better shooter than Mike in general. So Mike a little bit tried to do that every once in a while, but it just doesn't work because he's not that good of a shot anymore. I think like 10 years ago, he was a little bit better at that, but now, it's just really bad. It looked so bad, which is why now it's so shocking to see him come out there with the second unit and be like lighting it up at times. But anyways, B, meh, solid B, meh. See, we've got some interesting ones. Dante B, B plus, meh. We're kind of all over the place. Did his job. So I guess, if we want to avoid B 89 points for the opposition, we do have to give credit for his defense, because I do think that he plays well, good defense, defense. I think for me, it probably is in between B and meh. But if we want to avoid tierflation, I know normally we go up for the tie. If there's a tie, we go up in a win or down in a loss. We won, so technically we should go up. I don't know. It's kind of the thing that I was talking about with like Soaring saying that he was an A, or Mike was an A. It's like it just feels good to have Dante out there making some threes. But is that really like a B level performance? I don't know. I kind of think, yeah, I know, Butterfly. I wish. He is a good defender. Oh, it's tough. Do we really go with a meh? Seems kind of wrong. I think I'm gonna go B. Personal decision on that one. Just because I can see meh, but I think the defense raises it a little bit, and I was on the fence already. It's a low B. I'll give you that. It's a low B. So nothing, not going crazy here, but I think that's okay. Next up, Jaden McDaniels played 31 minutes. He was 1 of 4. This was a Jaden McDaniels rebound game, if you didn't notice. The thing that I keep talking about and bringing up, he has these games where he just is like, I mean, really, I feel like for the last month, and not that this is something that is like worth paying somebody $30 million a year for, but he's just aggressively going after these rebounds and getting them. He is on like a pogo stick when he's getting these rebounds. It's like the Dante effect almost. 8 rebounds, 7 points. Did have 4 fouls. I don't really remember those 4 fouls, to be honest with you. He was 5 of 5 from the line, though, so he did get to the line a decent amount. And he was a plus 12 for us. This is a tough one too, because I've been really tough on Jaden for this like first half of the season here. Well, that's not true. I was very tough on him for the first like 2 weeks of the season. Then he started playing really well, and then I was really light on him. And now recently he's been bad again, and I've been really tough on him. So I kind of going back and forth. It's probably between B and meh for me. I mean, the rebounding's awesome, but at the same time, like there was multiple times tonight where Ant is like, okay, please, he's like doubled, and he kicks it out to Jaden for a quick 3, and you just can't hit it. And it's like you just need to, like what Jim Pete was saying during the broadcast. He's like, I say a little tiny prayer for Jaden every time. Yes, Capo, exactly. I pray. I know he needs to. If he just hits these shots, it's so huge. Now, of course, we won tonight, so it's not really that big of a deal that he didn't hit, and he only took 4 shots or whatever. But it just feels like he should be able to hit these shots. They're wide open shots. These aren't like contested shots. I don't know. It just feels like it has to be. He has to be able to hit a 3 a game, right? I don't know. Ish. Yeah, he needs to do better from 3. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with a meh. It feels kind of bad because I don't necessarily think he had a bad game. But again, getting back to the roots of the tier list, which I stray from, even though I created the rules. Meh doesn't mean bad. Meh just means kind of what we expected. I think this is an expected game. So, not necessarily unnoticed, but yeah. I know, Marcus. It drives me crazy. It's not possible. He has to be able to do this. Like, I think next time I go to a game, I need to just, when I go to the games in February, I need to go to all 4 games early and just watch Jaden during warmups and see if he hits threes. Is it a mental thing during games? Is he getting sped up somehow, even though he's wide open? I don't know. I just have to see it. I'm sure that a lot of what he works on is just defense, but it just like there's just no way that somebody that is like 23 years old that grew up in like somewhat of like the Steph era can't hit an open 3. It's crazy. But I do appreciate the free throws, Nick. I do. But yeah, he does need to be scoring, Matthew. I agree. It doesn't even necessarily have to be 15 because we have Dante who can do that. It could just be like, it could be 10. It could just be like 2 threes and a couple free throws or something. Like that would be huge. And specifically, I feel like it needs to be threes or like cuts to the basket and dunks or something. I don't know. He tries to be kind of this all around like super. And again, please nobody quote me or screen record this and make me like get blown up online, or maybe do. He's kind of trying to emulate a like Kevin Durant at times. He does the crossover, he shoots some threes, he tries to drive. He's just nowhere near as fluid. He is with the handle, he's fluid, but like the shot is just not there. I don't know. Anyways, that's Jaden. I don't know if it's a vision or him rushing. Yeah, does he need glasses? Does he need LASIK? Maybe he does. Who was the player? Well, didn't we have a player that needed that? And then they got it and they were like, oh, yeah, this helps a ton. I can't remember who that was. I feel like it was very recent, but I don't know. I have noticed Jaden. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Nick. We were kind of talking about this last stream and maybe the stream before. Jaden stopping people is like amazing. Was it Kyle Anderson? I thought Kyle Anderson was just having vision issues in general. But yeah. I mean, Kyle Anderson, I thought he got poked in the eye and then there was like problems. I don't know, whatever. Somebody wore glasses, I swear. I don't know who I'm thinking of. Had eye surgery and then he couldn't shoot anymore. Yeah, but that was because he got poked in the eye, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Anyways, doesn't matter. Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin. Why did I say Kevin Martin? Kyle Anderson is on the Wizards. No, Warriors. What the heck is wrong with me? I'm malfunctioning. Let's get through this tier list before I say something crazy. Like whatever I said about pickles earlier. Okay. Let's do Rudy. Rudy Gobert. 31 minutes, 5 of 8, started playing. He was like our offense for the first two buckets of the game. And it looked like it was going to be a let Rudy cook game, and it was not so much. But 10 points, 12 rebounds, 5 of 8 shooting. Got to the line, missed both. Again, the free throws for Rudy is just always over. It was fun while it lasted. If he could have shot 73% for the whole year, I would have been ecstatic. It seems like it is going to be back down to like 60. I hate it. But was this a bad game from him? No, this was a pretty good game. A couple defensive things where, my co-host mentioned this to me in the Discord I see in our private chat where we talk behind everybody's backs that I think Rudy is replaceable. Like any big, he's not doing anything special. I'm airing out our secret chat where we really just talk about, are we doing a show tonight? But there were some things defensively where it's just like, what is the point of having Rudy out there? Like, could we just not have another center out there that does similar things? But I do think there's some value to Rudy there. I also see that now Ashwin has sent me a video of something that I said. Probably something about pickles. The only thing I can imagine. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this was like, is this a meh game for Rudy? Like, this isn't that bad. Oh, okay. I'm way off. I'm way off. Okay, forget it. Marcus says A. Was there pickle slander earlier? No, pickle propaganda. Maybe. Rudy, he altered so many shots. Am I missing? Maybe I'm just. Oh wait, yeah, wait. How many blocks did he have? He had. Well, he didn't have blocks, but yeah, he had the whatever. I think I just was not paying attention to Rudy as much tonight. I was paying attention. Honestly, I was watching Nas a lot tonight. I was watching Nas, Conley a lot, and of course Ant. A little bit of Julius too. Julius is interesting to watch. It's kind of like a train wreck, but it works. I don't know. Scoot, is that who I'm thinking about? Yes. Okay. A, Rudy, B or A. Rudy did really well last game. I was arguing other people with him. Yeah, I don't remember last game. I don't really remember things past like 3 hours ago. So Rudy shows his value from time to time. Yeah. Okay. I'm scared to see what everybody said about me saying that he was a meh. Okay, everybody's saying he's an A, so I feel like he has to be an A. The reroute. 0 turnovers. Hey, he's an A. I knew it from the beginning. I said it from the beginning. You guys didn't hear anything different. I said he was an A from the beginning of the show. What do you think about that? But Capo, I do agree with this. If we had Nick Claxton, we would be better. Maybe. I mean, Nick Claxton is younger. Here's a hotter take. Would we be better with former Timberwolves draft pick Walker Kessler? Sort of like the idea. Sort of wish we had him. But that's another topic. I mean, Rudy was a big part of last year, though. Rudy really was a big part of last year. Even in the playoffs at times, where people say that he gets exposed. Like, he was okay for us last season in the playoffs. So, like, I understand that if we have Walker Kessler, it's probably not the same. But it would have been kind of interesting to see that team grow. Keep everybody. But I would have wanted Mike too. That's the problem. I don't know. No. Sorry. Nick Anderson, yes. No. Yes. Either way, he's sleeping with Miss America. What? He is? Is he attractive enough to be pulling that? That seems crazy. Nick is like 80%, 85% of Rudy's defense with better offense. See, I know. It's a better lob threat too. But I'm not a Nick Claxton expert, so I'm not going to pretend like I know everything. But Rudy Poo slander, yeah, we'll see. But Rudy was an A, just like I said from the beginning. I know I do too. There's a lot of pieces from the Nets that I feel like we could have gotten back when we were trading that one player who I haven't mentioned yet on stream, I think. But it's true. His girlfriend just won Miss America. I'm so out of the loop. Whoa, Mason. Other Mason. Wild Mason. Garza over Rudy. Oh my goodness. What am I saying? Yeah. I really like Garza or Luca. He's underrated. I think he is underrated. I do agree with that. But I do think that is a big leap too. Anyways, we talked about Rudy and about how I said that he was an A from the beginning of the show. Next up, Julius Randle, 30 minutes. Also, only Ant played 36 minutes. Everybody else played like 31 or less. So that feels good. But Ant was 5 of 19, 4 of 11 from 3. If you watch the first 6 minutes, you wouldn't believe it that he only went 5 of 19. But let's see. Let's actually look at that. How was his quarter by quarter breakdown? It's got to be pretty ugly. What was his quarter by quarter? First quarter, 9 points. Second quarter, 5 points. Third quarter, 7. Fourth, 0, but it was also garbage time. But anyways, 5 of 19, 4 of 11 from 3, 7 of 9 from the line. So he did get to the line a lot tonight. So that's a positive. If the shot's not falling, get to the line. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing, actually. Kudos to Ant, finally. 21 points, 7 assists. That's nice. 3 rebounds, 2 steals, only 2 turnovers. That's not bad. That's acceptable. And one of them was a tricky one, but had 20 points. He was plus 20. Yeah, I mean, I really like the fact that he got to the line a little bit more. Also, poster dunk, super fun. I love that. I want to see more of that. We need to have a poster dunk at home, though. He does all of these dunks on the road, and it's fun to hear the opposing arena's oohs and ahs, but I want to hear Target Center. I want to hear the loud, you guys know how I feel about Target Center. It's not the loudest, but I do feel like it can get loud. So I want to see that, and I want to hear that. Maybe he's saving it for when I'm coming home. But let's get to your guys' grades. I have something in mind. Let's see. Oh, wait. I just skipped Julius Randle. What the heck just happened? I don't know. Whatever. I skipped Julius. We're going to get back to Julius, I guess. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Anthony Edwards. Let's get to their legends. Welcome back to the show. A for the dunk. Oops, yeah, sorry. I screwed up everybody. A, he was everywhere. A, I think this is for Ant, maybe. But it's my fault. B, A for Ant. 8 team turnovers, which is seriously amazing. Seriously, Nick. That is the reason we won. And honestly, I think that's the reason we win or lose any game this year is turnovers. Because even though we aren't the most cohesive team yet, part of that is because we're not a cohesive team. But, the more we can have better ball security, the more we're going to win. Just flat out. We have some offensive threats. We have good defense. Should happen. I wish this showed up for me on my end. But B, I think it's because he likes shutting people up. He definitely does. B for Ant. Ant had A and B. I know. Yeah, sorry, I screwed everybody up. C plus, A or B, unfortunately. Keep up the great work, fam. Love to see it. I appreciate that, Legends. Thanks for showing up. You've been here before. I appreciate that. A. Guys, I kind of think it's a B. It's a really bad shooting performance. It's so bad. But, like I said, I love him getting to the line. So I almost want to bump him up to an A just because of that. But I also think that should just be like the norm. I don't know. It's probably, I think it's still a B. The dunk, though, too. I don't know. Yeah. No, for Ant standard, this is literally B. Yeah, see, Marcus, that's kind of where my brain is. It's like what I expect out of Ant. Like the dunk was amazing. Getting to the free throw line is not honestly expected, so that's kind of a plus. So honestly, the free throws maybe take it up from the free throws and the dunk take it up from a meh to a B. I think I'm going with a B. I know a lot of you guys are saying A, but I don't want to tear flate because you guys don't understand. In the Discord, the big boy, he will go after me. if I tier flight. Okay, you won't see me the next game if I give him an A. Ish says that's why I said C plus. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think B is okay. King Smoke says B. If he would have just been efficient, yeah, exactly, Marcus. If he shoots like 8 of 19, I probably am giving him an A. But 5 of 19 is crazy. Now we need to get to Julius because Matthew's pissed. And Matthew has tickets for the meetup game, so Matthew could show up in person and beat me up. It's very possible. Santa Claus is watching for next year. We're 12 months away. We're getting cold next year. Okay, now get your grades in for Julius Randle. I don't know why I just pivoted away from Julius Randle. And apparently he's going to be the last player we talk about tonight. Julius Randle, 8 of 16, seems to be like his kind of go-to stat line here. 8 of 16, 23 points, 10 rebounds. That's not so normal. 4 of which were offensive. Only had 2 fouls, only had 2 turnovers, had 2 assists, which is kind of low for him. Also got to the line a decent amount, 6 of 6 from the line. This was a solid game. Do we have a trade game? Trade grade. Yeah. I liked him this game. I think I liked him this game. Like, this was solid. I was watching him a decent amount, like I said earlier. I don't know. I think he was good. It was fine. Randle was moving very fast. A for Julius Randle. A. Julius Randle, A game, but looked awful as usual. That's crazy. He mentioned that in his post-game interview the other night. I missed the comment. Sorry. Ish. A. We don't need to talk about Randle. He was Glenn Taylor because he shouldn't be starting Joker. I'll give him an A. He's trying to work on his speed. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, yeah. Okay. I agree. I think you're right. Yep. Thing is, I really like the man, but I'm not sure the fit. Exactly. So what we need to have happen here over the next couple games is we need Julius Randle to go off for 20, 30, 20, 30. And then somebody's going to call and be like, okay, well, now we have to raise our price for Julius Randle. And then we trade him for Cam Johnson. Fingers crossed. That's not happening, but good. Or I don't know, somebody else, just somebody else. I'm sorry, Julius. You're a good guy, I think. But I think I agree that it's an A game, but it's just ugly as usual. I love that comment. That's the comment of the night so far, other than some of the pickle comments. Those were good too. Cool. Cam who? Johnson. Not me. I have a similar last name, but I know we've done DDB already, but I can't remember. When he's on the court, the pace of play is noticeably faster. It is. Well, because Mike's, I mean, it's weird though, because like Mike feels slow when he's out there, but then when he gets out there as the bench unit, he feels fast. It's just really weird. Just weird. But there's a tier list. Finch, Glenn Taylor for not playing Luka Garza 30 minutes. But he probably just is Glenn. I don't know. I want to go bass fishing with Julius. There we go. Maybe that's the key. We need to get Julius fishing. Get him out there ice fishing. Ish, I agree. I think Mike looks really good off the bench. It's weird. I mean, it's just also super like huge shout out to Mike for being able to just like handle that as like a professional, because other players, like we were just mentioning, going bass fishing with would probably not be so open to the idea of going to the bench for, say, Naz Reid. So it's good for him. Good example. Maybe trying to set an example, but it ain't going to work. So, Dilly, we miss you. Terrence Shannon Jr., we miss you. And even though nobody else misses you, Ingles, I miss you. I miss Ingles. I want to see Ingles. I think he could splash some threes for us. Nick Anderson, Glenn Taylor, you have more than 8 players. Yeah. But missed being able to follow or watch the game because of work. That said, I see that no one in the chat is chewing their nails around. this time. Does it look like we finally have a real rotation? Maybe. I mean, it certainly feels better with Dante as the starter and Mike off the bench. It feels better. We also played a pretty depleted Magic team tonight. Um, but we've played some good games recently. I don't know. We feel pretty good. It's not like I don't have this confidence that like if we were in a playoff series, like even when we had the team of D'Lo, Ant, Vando, Cat, like even when we had that team going to the playoffs, I was never like I really did believe that team that could if we like we could have beaten Memphis in that 7 game series. We could have. And then like and I just had the feeling like if we beat them, we could beat another team. And the same thing went with the when we get traded for Rudy. I felt like if we made it to the playoffs, we'd have a chance. Well, we'd have a chance, but then we went up against Denver, which was just like impossible. Um, and then obviously last year I felt fantastic going into the playoffs. I was like, I legitimately think we could make the finals, especially after we started to even just the first game against Phoenix. I was like, okay, we can beat if we can beat Phoenix, we can beat anybody because that was our one problem for the year. This year, I don't have that same confidence. I still have confidence that Anthony Edwards could take us deep into the playoffs, and by deep, I mean at least past the first round. Um, but I don't have the same confidence that I normally do. So I wouldn't say that I'm like super high on this. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Ish, I think I agree. It is coming together. So it's certainly this isn't like a bad team. But I just think we're starting to find a gel. A rotation finally worked. We're maybe getting some chemistry. I'm still not seeing like a ton of great chemistry. I mean, we still have some turnovers. Tonight was a better game turnover wise, um, but yeah. So rotation still needs to add more Minot and Rob minutes. Rob Dillingham is such a key. If Rob Dillingham was playing more minutes for us and playing like he did in what the Celtics game was that the game that he played really well, then I have the confidence. Then I'm like, yes, we can make it deep into the playoffs. Now, if we're talking deep, deep playoffs, like finals deep, I don't know that we're going to be able to beat a team like the Mavs, or the Thunder, or the if we somehow made it to the finals, like the Celtics, or um, probably just the Celtics in the East. Every other team, I feel like, I guess the Cavs. I don't know. Cavs do have a lot of good players, so be diff- be difficult to beat them too. But yeah, we need Rob. Rob coming back is huge. I think we could beat the Rockets though, Nicole. The Rockets are good, but um, I'd be super confident if we had them in a playoff series. Let's say that. No, I'm not even trying to hate. Because I like kind of like some of the Rockets players. Like Jalen Green's fun to watch. I really like the Thompson twins, both of them. I know they're not both on the Rockets, but um, I love them both. They're very exciting. One of them, who's the one that's on the? I can't remember. Is it Amen Thompson on the Rockets? Whoever the one is on the Rockets had a nice dunk the other night. But yeah, they're fun. And Changun is like obviously he's like an up and coming star. Like he's getting there. So Amen. Okay, yeah, perfect. Thank you. I'm not saying the name because I haven't said it yet on stream. Or did I? Did I mention it already? I did. I did it, and I didn't even notice it was when I was talking about the old playoff teams. Okay, I'm coming up with the cat counter. It's coming soon. If Cat was here, we'd be the same tier as OKC. Marcus, so I think I respectfully disagree with you here. Okay, I think that the problems that we have this year are not solved by a Karl Anthony Towns. I think that we're maybe a few games better, which I guess puts us probably. I mean, if we're 2 games better, we're 4 seed. So I guess maybe by just like definition, we are in that same category as the top 4 teams. But um, I don't know. I just think that this team would be about the same because I don't know. Maybe we wouldn't. Maybe I'm just being a hater because like I was one that really did want Towns out for a long time, but I don't know. I think we'd probably be in the same a very similar position. I think that a lot of teams are just well aware of the Timberwolves now and watched us in the playoffs last year, found ways to beat us and beat Rudy, beat Ant. Um, and it's hurting us. Also, for us though, it is tricky because we do have new team with Randall and Dante DiVincenzo, but Dante's been a really huge positive for us mostly. Julius has even been a positive for us randomly. So, I don't know. I don't know. It does seem, yeah, ish. It does seem tricky to get it back, but um, yeah. And so Butterfly, I mentioned it that we are missing him on the court in terms of having a big that is great offensively too. Yeah, honestly, there's a part of me that wonders if we mainly miss him off the court though, because I think that he was a good leader in the locker room. Because we all know that Cat is like just a stand-up great human, like good role model. Like I think he's a good person. And I'm not saying that we've strayed away from being like good people, but I just think that having that kind of a person in the locker room, especially being somebody that's like one of the leaders of the team, is good. So, but from like a play standpoint, I think it wouldn't be that much different record wise. I think we'd probably be about the same because there's just a lot of good teams in the West. And we've played some, we haven't played as seriously. I also just think getting that deep into the playoffs and then going back into the regular season is like kind of like a letdown almost. I don't know. But yeah. Well, there's the tier list. We did it. I love Carl, but I feel like the Knicks won't make it out of the East this season. I don't know if they will. I think Boston's just too good, and I think the Cavs are too good. Also, the Knicks, although I think they're going to have a really good regular season record if everybody stays healthy, um, they're really only like 5 or 6 players. Once they get past McBride on the bench, um, I mean, I guess didn't they just get Shamit? But it's just like it's pretty thin. And I mean, it's Tibbs, so he only plays 5 players, but um, it'll be tricky. I'm rooting for him though. I seriously am. I would love. I mean, of course, I don't really know how much I believe this about the Timberwolves, but I would love to have a Knicks and Timberwolves finals. That would be crazy. It's not going to happen, but because just too random. However, I did put a very tiny bet into the casino that happens, and it turns into like $300. It's like $5 into 300 or something. Because I was like, I can't let that happen without me having $5 on that. So Knicks can beat the Cavs. I don't know. What did you guys think about the game the other night? I watched it half-heartedly. I wasn't like super duper watching it. Oh yeah, that's right. They have Mitchell Robinson. I forgot about that, Crone. That is huge. If he comes back, then it's big. But I felt everybody was talking about how nice of a game that was to watch. I just felt like there was like no character to the game. Like I agree, the Cavs have a really good roster, and OKC looks really good. And it's like fun to watch like good teams go against each other. But I just felt like I don't know. I think the problem with the NBA ratings isn't that they're not showing the best teams or whatever. I think it's that there's just not that emotion. Like Ant dunking on somebody and like flexing his face tonight was more exciting than most of the stuff I saw in the game last night. I don't know. I feel like there's just no character. It's like technically good basketball, good hoops, as I said in the Discord the other day. But like, Shea is like a little bit of a foul baiter. Hopefully there's not OKC fans watching again. You guys have to defend me in the comments if that happens. If they're watching this deep into the pod, that's crazy. But he's like a little bit of that, but he is a tremendous player. And like, like I don't know, there's something about Mitchell that I don't know. I don't love. He just doesn't look as like explosive. He hasn't for a long time to me. I don't know. I see. Yeah. Okay, Marcus. This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to say it in like a politically nice way, but like I would not want to watch the Cavs. Who the hell wants to watch Donovan Mitchell? That's kind of what I'm saying. He just isn't like. I don't know. I think I'm just hating, and like maybe I need to not be hating this much because like we're the 7th seed and both of those guys are the 1 seeds or whatever. But like, I just don't care about that. And I hate to say that because they're both small market teams that I want to have them be successful. I found myself rooting for OKC in that game, I guess, but I don't know. I'm curious. People hyping the Cavs. They had the same roster last year. They're performing better this year. And And they're out there. Yes, they are. They do have a lot. I mean, they have a lot of great players. They have a lot of quality players. I'm not like debating that. I know that's not what you're saying, Capo, but just in general, I'm not super. It seems like it's something that Reddit would be very excited about, but like in real life, people are like, shout out Reddit. I may have been removed from being a mod in the Timberwolves subreddit. That's okay. I've been dormant for a long time. We got to be grateful because we got Ant. Seriously. I mean, and I think that's the thing and why I stand up for Ant when he has bad games is like I would much rather watch an Anthony Edwards live through some stinker Anthony Edwards games and have the high highs of the Ant dunks, the Ant threes, the Ant game-winning shots. I don't know. It's just for me. Yeah. He's so good that I can watch him. That's like the perfect way to explain it. Chet would have been a deal. Yeah, Chet playing would have been big too, and I think that would have been more exciting because Minnesota. But yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for tonight. Schedule coming up, and also for those of you that haven't heard, we didn't get the 50 likes tonight. We're gonna keep doing that though. Okay. So any stream that we do that gets to 50 likes, we're gonna give away tickets, a pair of 2 tickets to a game. May vary depending on seating and stuff like that. So I wouldn't go in with the expectation that these are going to be great seats. I'm just getting I always try to get aisle seats though. I do attempt to be aisle seat person because I think that that's better. But we will try to do that here going forward. Hopefully for every game. Might have to raise the goal if we start getting a lot of views like we did late last season too. But still, we're going to try to do that. Meetup is happening February 1st, so like 3.5 weeks away or something like that. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Tom's Watch Bar. I have to look at because we talked about the pickles, but we're going to I'll look into that and see if there's something that I need to do because now it seems like we might have like 10 people show up, maybe more. I don't know. So it'll be interesting, but we'll see. If you guys have suggestions, let me know in the Discord because right now that's probably what I'm leaning for just because of the pickles and because it is relatively close to Target Center, so it wouldn't be like that crazy. You can park for the same spot and then do that. But yeah, how to get 50 likes. Give away a jar of pickles. I like that. Could happen. Maybe a pickle giveaway. Schedule, though. That's what I was going to look at. Schedule coming up. As mentioned earlier, we play the Memphis Grizzlies at home on Saturday. I am uncertain of my availability for that game. I think I'm available. I don't know for certain. Maybe. We'll say tentative, maybe 55%, 60%. Monday, we play the Wizards at Wizards. Next Wednesday, at home, we play the Warriors. And then next Friday, it's the Knicks. And Saturday, the Cavs. So we get to see some of these teams that we were just talking about. And if we beat the Cavs, then Minnesota's going to the finals. A stripper named Pickles. What just happened? Pickles was a stripper at Augie's. Okay, you keep bringing up Augie's. What is Augie's? Should I be looking at this in a private tab? What is Augie's? That's a strip club? Augie's Minneapolis. I'm not putting this on stream. Oh, hashtag after dark. Oh, I have seen Augie's before. Okay. I see. Let's go to their Instagram. Oh my God. I'm so glad this is not on stream. Go to their Instagram, everybody. Okay. Wow. That was a lot for Instagram. Was a place when Hennepin was Hennepin. Too late, butterfly. I already looked. Augie's. Oh my gosh. All I know is, what is it? Deja vu? Is that what it is? What the heck? I don't know what it's called. It was sort of close to where I used to live. Not really. It's on Washington. I lived on Washington and Minneapolis for a little while. And I always had to drive past it to go to the highway. But anyways, talking about strip clubs, talking about pickles, all these different topics tonight. But yeah, so join the Discord to see if we're going to be live on Saturday. Not 100% sure. So don't hold me to it. But I should be here for Monday. I should be here for Tuesday or Wednesday. I think I should be good for most of those games next week. But again, don't hold me to it. Check the Discord. And yeah, I think that's it. Dream Girls. Oh, yes. You guys are just listing off. The athletes love strip clubs. They do. That's why we'll never get James Harden in Minnesota because we don't have enough. Thanks for the stream. Go Wolves. That's a good way to end it. Thank you, Nick Anderson. Before we go, shout out to Ashwin again for the 5 gifted, whoever you are. Random person joining the stream and gifting 5, you crazy person. And comment of the night. I'm going to try to start doing this. JR, A game, but looked awful as usual. Comment of the night. I love it. This is where Wad has landed. For sure. Okay. Anyways, 52 wins. It is still possible, right? I'm not crazy. How many losses do we have? What are we at? 17 or something like that? We can't afford that many more losses. We got to win a lot, but it is still possible. Intro as the outro. We will see you guys in the Discord.
I believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win the World Championship.